Good morning. And this morning is the day that we're going to be taking that tour that Anthony arranged for us. And it should be going up into the various sites of the mountains, we'll see. And of course we're going to be taking you along. We're waiting for the driver to get here now. I believe this is our tour driver right here. Yes, indeed. Good morning, how are you? Excellent.
Yes.
1203.
That's it.
Okay.
We can enter?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name?
Lino.
Lino?
Lino.
You have any trouble being on YouTube?
No.
Excellent. We're going to have a great day. And we're off.
Okay, that's fine. I love its max 8 person.
Well, this is rather beautiful view here. Did he say what this town was?
No.
Do you like that?
Yes.
Look at these pretty flowers right here on this cliff here. It's going to be one of these days where we're going to kind of be walking fast. Otherwise, you're not going to see anything but people's backs and their heads. I'd say there's about 20 people on this tour. The bus only holds 20 people.
So there's 19.
Yeah, 19. You're right.
And the driver makes 20.
Guess there's a lot of feral cats here. This is a beautiful little walkway. And I'm pretty sure that that would be the downtown where the driver told us to meet him. All those banana plantations up top there. We're going to definitely get our steps in today. There's more recycled plastic and garbage probably found in the sea and repurposed for artwork. Okay, Jeannie, tell us where we are.
Camara de Lobos.
The Bay of Lobos?
I don't know.
That could be Wolf.
supposedly, from our tour passenger, says that this is a place where Winston Churchill sailed to, and the whole town is named after him.
One of his favorite spots.
Up there you see it says Churchill.
I do see where it says Churchill. Okay, probably time to get it back up on the bus.
So especially these places on the coast where it's sunnier and warmer, we use it to grow bananas because it's the ideal climate for the bananas. Because then here in Madeira, the weather changes a little bit all over the places. It's kind of microclimates that we have all over. And
There's lizards everywhere. So according to Lino, our driver, this is the highest point definitely in Madeira. He says in the whole world that overlooks the ocean. That's the one caveat.
No, there's one other one that's higher. He said it's Hawaii.
Ah, okay. Now, there's also supposed to be a
600 meters over the sea, this is.
Okay. There's supposed to be a glass floor here, which is one of Jeannie's favorite things to do, is to walk out on a glass.
Yeah, not. Go for it. Can you see down on those grades right there?
Mm-hmm.
You can?
sorry?
Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Yes.
You can see the rocks and everything.
I don't know if this is going to show through it, but there you have it. And we'll get over the railing. How you liking that drop? It is indeed steep. To give you a little perspective, I'm not sure if you can see the large tour boat out there, but that's a pretty big boat. Come on out.
Not on your life.
Not two chances, slim and none. Sorry about the lens flare, but this is where the sun is right now. These are some of the villas that Lino was talking about earlier, that you can rent the whole villa overlooking this beautiful cliff viewpoint. We are at our next stop. And we got about a half hour to walk around, check it out. This is where the river exits out into the ocean. According to Lena, when the torrential rains come, it comes down off the mountain through this whole river and then comes rushing through here and out to the ocean. Okay, we'll go this way. There's supposedly a market that we can take a look at. Sorry about not getting better footage, but as you're probably aware by now, I always sit on the wrong side of the bus, the plane, the train, the car. Oh, it's a 50-50. I always end up on the wrong side. Sorry about that. If you'd like a little cup of coffee during your stop, they have little cafes here and a nice little boardwalk. We pretty much reached the end of this boardwalk. However, there is a little site, a little spiral staircase that goes up there with a little viewpoint. And Jeannie has green-lighted us to go up there. So I'll cut it here and start rolling when we get to the top.
Let me see if I can do that.
Okay. And we have reached the top and the viewpoint. Now, if we had more time, we could probably go up this way. Not sure what you're going to see, but we are on a tour schedule. What we'll do is walk down that cobblestone street and take you through some of the shops. There's supposedly a market down there, spice shop, what have you. Well, Jeannie has found a little spot where there are no tourists. So we'll cut right through this cave here, tunnel, and see what's on the other end. There's enough danger signs and warning signs and do not enter signs, but that's never stopped us, has it?
I don't think it says do not enter, but it's definitely these fallen rocks. But it doesn't stop us.
We'll do anything for our viewers.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a secret over here.
Yeah, secret little cove.
You can go down there if you want.
I think we're pretty good from right here.
Guys, you're loading up the boat.
They certainly are, with provisions. Here's a look at the spiral staircase that we were just on.
Oh, there's hardly anybody on that bus.
And we'll take you across the street and look at some of the shops. $1.48 per liter for diesel. That's the cheapest we've seen since we've got to Portugal.
But that's funny, and we're on an island.
Right. Okay, this must be the market. Looks like either it's very sparse or they're all done for the day.
The flower market.
Uh-huh.
Looks like they're done for the day.
Agora o peso muito velho. Falta de ginástica. Falta de ginástica.
You want anything?
Would you like some water?
I have water.
I do not. I'm going to go in and get water. So inside here is the spice shop that they were talking about, that Lino was talking about. I guess we could walk down here. We got a half hour, 20 minutes anyway.
We have 15,
Okay.
so it's up to you.
Typical hat. I don't have a typical hat. Got the one my father gave me from Hunter's Run in Florida, Boynton Beach. But I don't have a typical hat. Anyway, there you have it for this little town. Just as a point of interest, they're building, I'm imagining someone's building a house and they have to, you know, lease these cranes to do it. But I don't know if this footage picks it up, but look at the guy in the bucket there from the crane. He's, with high pressure water, it looks like he's eroding the rock. That's what I think. Jeannie has pointed out that she thinks they're sealing it off, and I actually have to tend to agree with her, because it looks like what they're spraying now that we're getting closer is cement. So looks like they're sealing it so that you won't get any rock foliage down below. We'll ask Lino. He'll know.
Well, they're spraying the cement in there to preserve the rocks, to avoid the rocks to fall, because there was a road that passes on beneath.
Right.
And then it was special a while ago that they tried to build something, I don't know exactly, below that area, and that area started to erode.
So that's how they seal it.
Yes.
Jeannie was right.
Yeah. Do Valde tem túnel que atravessa a ilha, portanto, do sul-norte, ou norte-sul, depende do sentido, não é? Para atravessar a ilha diretamente para o outro lado. Nós vamos apanhar a estrada antiga, que há 20, 25 anos atrás, portanto, era a única forma de atravessar a ilha nesta zona.
Next stop, and it actually shows you both sides of the island, and we'll get the drone up in the air and take a little look.
Then basically it's all the north side of the island, it's production of grapes. Here we don't produce grapes to eat, they're all for wine, mainly the Madeira wine, but some producers, they're making these days also some red wine, white wine, for the consumption in Madeira, because sometimes tourists perhaps because they don't know exactly which wine we produce. Sometimes in the restaurants they ask for a wine for the meal from Madeira, a red wine or white wine, and a few years ago we didn't have any red or white wine from here from Madeira. So some producers, they saw that niche in the market and they start to produce some wine, especially for the consumption of the tourists in Madeira. Dette tar ikke i all terrace,
One terrace after another of
it's
Madeira grape vineyards.
north, o clima não é tão... Here for the right side we can see a lovely beach with a black sand and another natural swimming pool. So it's not the ones of Porto Muniz yet. It's not the only ones in Porto Muniz either. So even in here we have a natural swimming pool.
This is our next stop. I guess they're breaking for lunch. And they got a whole bunch of natural swimming pools that you're welcome to jump in if you brought your suit. We didn't.
So that's the menu. Please follow me.
And a lot of people opted to pay extra to get lunch. We opted out. We're gonna find our own. We'll probably just get a sandwich somewhere. Here's a better look at some of these swimming areas. And then look at the color of this water. If you look down there, you can see that they really made a large place for swimming. I think it's €1.50 to get in these. Oh, look at this. Look at this little archway right here. The water's really beautiful. One of the nicer beaches here on Madeira. And there's one on the other side as well. How's this guy? Is he burnt? Dude, you're burnt. Carita Beach. I think that's the way to pronounce it, but that is where we are. that pretty much wraps up this day tour that we took today. We can't give it 2 thumbs up. Our driver himself, Lino, he was really good. He was very informative. He was good. We were told by Anthony that this tour was going to be 8 people. It turned out to be 20. So must have been a miscommunication somewhere. They did bring us to a lot of sites, a lot of interesting things. We got a lot of footage, but would we recommend you doing this? I think you might be able to do it yourself. I think you might be able to hire maybe a taxi driver to do a private tour for not too much more. We paid
70 euros.
70 euros for the both of us to do this tour. It's kind of, we hate telling you that it's not something that we recommend because we're on the fence. It's a 50-50.
I was car sick, so I hated the whole thing.
You couldn't wait for it to be over?
All right.
Okay. At any rate, we did get to see a lot of this island, and now we have 5 more days to explore it by ourselves. So, with that,
See ya.